Hey guys, please make sure to stay until the end. We will explain how you can avoid replacing that sensor, what you can use in some cases as well. All that will be covered in this video today. Hey guys, welcome back to Auto Repair guys. Super quick and helpful video to any of you trying to find out how to replace oxygen sensor bank 1 sensor 1 on Maserati. We're going to demonstrate on the V6 3.0 engine that has been used in Maserati Levante Ghibli Quattroporte, and if you have the V8 things may differ a little bit, but the concept is very close. Oxygen sensor 1 bank 1 sensor 1 means that this is the oxygen sensor before the catalytic converter. It's very important for the engine management because it reads the gas inside the exhaust manifold and tells the engine computer, do we need to add more fuel, less fuel, more air, less air, so we have a balanced mixture to meet emission standards and for power as well. So without that thing, the car will be acting really bad and it can be affected quite a bit. So stay with us and we'll explain how to do that today. Before we start guys, let us tell you a little bit about us. Every single car we get here at the garage, we try to make at least 200 to 300 free repair videos. We show you how to fix engines, transmissions, bodywork, engines, computers, electrical components, fuses, relays. Why we guys do that? To save you as much money as we can. All we need guys in return, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, that way we can keep making and providing these videos for free. And check out our YouTube channels, we have more than 17,000 free repair videos that can save you thousands of dollars in future repairs. So let's start on it now. Problems with oxygen sensor on bank 1 sensor 1. Sensor 1 means that the oxygen sensor before the catalytic converter, that's the one that reads the exhaust gas in the exhaust manifold and tells the engine computer, do we need to add more fuel, do we need to add more air, so we have a balanced mixture. It's very important. Sensor 2 is after the catalytic converter, practically it detects if the catalytic converter is doing its job. So coming here now, okay, bank 1 guys, let's explain where it's located. If you want to see how to remove the engine cover, the video will be on the channel. It's pretty simple, but if you don't know, it's okay guys, we made a video for that. So coming here, let me get something to point quick. Okay, we're going to have a video how to scan that code and all that stuff. Okay, we're going to include it, but here now, okay, if we come, okay, towards the back side on the left, let me get the camera now. Okay guys, it's that's like almost unbelievable trying to get to it, but right there, let me zoom. Do you see that sensor? Okay, right there, that oxygen sensor, that's the one for code P2239, right there, that's the one that we will need to remove. Now, right here, that's the connector for that sensor. So the connector is pretty simple, you disconnect it, you pull that thing out, okay, you press on it and you pull it out. Careful not to lose your connector. Here is the replacement sensor that we'll be using guys, but let's explain how to remove it now. So guys, once in a while, if you use the catalytic system clean, that can clean oxygen sensors, that can get rid of those codes sometimes too. If you don't want to do the job, I'll recommend to run 1 or 2 of those through your fuel tank. We have a special video how it can fix code P0420 and P0430 as well, how it fixed it for us on Mercedes and a Porsche vehicle as well, but sometimes it can help with those codes on oxygen sensor bank 1, bank 2, sensor 1 guys, because it keeps the whole system clean and it can clean the components of the sensors too. So we'll recommend to try that, run it for a couple of fuel tanks. Okay, if it doesn't fix it, you will need to replace them. So guys, now let's go start disconnecting the cable. Okay, right here it's disconnected, but I want to show you that cable attaches, okay, right here. It has a mount that it goes over, okay. You pull the yellow thing out, press down, disconnect it, and now we're going to start removing the wiring harness. How you do that? Okay, you open these plastic clips with the screwdriver gently, not to break them, and you can simply guys, okay, pull it out now. Okay, like this one. There is one in the back, that one is a headache, but let's assume that we will be able to do it, okay? That's what I'm working on now. I need to get in there. Limited room here, and if the engine is hot, you're going to struggle a lot guys, so I'm sorry that you won't be able to see for a little bit. Trying my best. Okay, like that I got light. That's a big plus if I get light here, because Okay, I'm trying to still unlock that one. This one is. Let me see if I can grab it with the finger now. Okay, yep, I did it. This one's loose too. Now we have one more on the bottom, right there. If the exhaust is hot, you're gonna burn yourself terribly. Terribly bad, guys. Okay, so be prepared. So here, we're going to disconnect it on the bottom. Okay, now there is a thing that this metal shield, heat shield, might be in the way, so I might need to remove one bolt. Otherwise, we may not be able to remove the oxygen sensors from what I see, guys. So let me see here on the back side. We have one bolt. Okay, with a, I believe it's Allen wrench that we will need to pre-loosen so we can get it out. So guys, here be prepared to scratch yourself with the Allen wrench. I'm removing the back bolt on the thermal shield right here, on that metal plate. Okay, come on, it was going by hand, and now it stopped again. Let me see if I can reach with the left hand here. Okay, it might be more beneficial than my right one because it's in a weird angle. Okay, it's going. This one fell down. We're lucky that it fell down. I accidentally dropped it. Let me grab it quick. Okay, I see it right under the car, so we will pick it up in a second. That's good. And now I want to see if we can reach there. Okay, let me see where else. Okay, we need to go here. I think that's good now. So I should be able to disconnect the cable. Okay, because it's open, but I couldn't get it out before. Okay, and let me see if we have anywhere else holding, guys. Looks like it's coming loose. Let's see if we can fit it around. Okay, the engine mount right there, that I believe it will need to be replaced soon from what I see. It starts having stress marks and a little bit of gap. So it's out. Now all we have to do, okay, remove now the oxygen sensor. So how we're going to do that, we're going to use that special wrench. This is the wrench itself. Let me get one oxygen sensor, the old one. Where is the new one? Right here, and the replacement one. We go through the wire, and then you slide it over, and then you can easily use the ratchet to take it off. If you want to see where you can get it from, we're going to share the information in the description of the video below. So we're going to go ahead, install it now through the cable on the sensor itself. Very limited room, guys. Okay, seems like I got it on the sensor. Okay, let me see if I can show you. Now we're going to get the extension and start getting it loose. You can see it down there. Okay, a little bit of light. Some angle might work, I don't know. It's almost impossible to show you guys. Okay, right there. Okay, that thing there. You can definitely see it. So we'll go ahead and pre-loosen it now. So guys, here, okay, I will not lie to you. It took us probably about 10 minutes to reach that thing with a swivel head. I want to show you here now. Okay, we have a swivel head on the wrench, another extension, on top of extension, on another extension with a big bar. And okay, finally seems like, okay, we're moving. So let me go ahead, get everything out now up here. All the extensions that we have. So yeah, I want to see what we did now. if we were able, okay, to get it loose, okay, or we need to go again. So I'm going to go ahead, okay, and try to remove it with a little ratchet now, a little extension, and see, okay, if it goes. So let me try that now. Once they start getting loose, they go by hand super easily, guys. So I need to check the angle. Okay, it will be like this one. So I'm going to, okay, I mean, yeah, it's going by hand. We won't screw it and we'll continue. Okay, so we can get the wrench out now. It takes less than a quarter revolutions. Once you break them loose, they go pretty easily. Now I'm gonna come on left hand, guys, excuse me here, but okay, we need to unscrew it. We need to flop the wire at the same time. Okay, that's what I'm doing now. Almost out. Okay, let's see a little bit of light here. I'm stuck in the heat shield. That's the oxygen sensor. We did bend it a little bit. You can see, or it was that way, I don't know, from prying, but you can see right now it's out. So we can go ahead and install the new one. The new one comes with, okay, with the shield. They're pre-treated with anti-seize. I'm going to first go ahead and install it, then we're going to route the cable. Don't drop it, don't ding it, dong it, anything like that, because that's going to damage the element inside the sensor, and that can, okay, destroy your sensor, guys. So, and don't cross thread them too. Okay, let's turn the cable, the wire, at the same time I'm turning the sensor. Okay, it looks like I'm tightening that thing. Once you tighten it by hand, you will need between a quarter revolution and half a revolution to tighten it all the way. Just be careful not to damage the new sensor. Okay, when you tighten it, it's ready. Let me get it all the way tight, and then we're going to reroute the cables and everything else. Okay, so we got it with a little ratchet tie. Okay, that should be enough, guys. Let me see now. Okay, that's the two we're getting now. The only thing left now is to reroute the wire. After that, okay, was that one going through there? I'm trying to figure out how we got it through here. Okay, just like this one. Okay, so now we're gonna go between the heat shield here, close that bracket that holds it in place. Okay, I need to go on left hand again so I can reach. Okay, click. That's amazing. When you hear that click, it's a good feeling. I'm gonna go through the top now. Okay, let me see where the connector is now. The connector is stuck somewhere. I'm trying to get to it now. Okay, because it seems like the connector is right there. Okay, we're gonna go through here. Okay, 1 second, I first need to go through one holder in the back, right there. Okay, that's a good click now, yeah. We're gonna go through here, have one more underneath. This one we're gonna cheat a little bit. Click. Yeah. Okay, and now to make sure that it's a little bit shorter than the other one, I believe, that aftermarket one, so we're going to inspect it, see what we can do about it. But okay, we're going to go ahead, close it now, push the yellow thing, okay, and it's in, it's ready, guys. So the heat shield bolt, that's the only thing we got left now, guys. Okay, so yeah, we're working on that now. It's definitely, guys, definitely a challenge. Okay, trying to align everything here in the back of the engine where everything is hardly visible. Okay, and I got the bolt started. Okay, right there. All I have to do, use the Allen wrench one time. Okay, let me pass the camera quickly, guys. Okay, so I can, or I might hold it. Let's see now if I can get to that bolt. Okay, we're ready. Okay, so we can continue. Guys, now oxygen sensors. Before you replace them, those are known as upstream oxygen sensors. Upstream oxygen sensor is the one before the catalytic converter. If you want to see how to test upstream oxygen sensor, we have videos on our YouTube channels that will teach you how to do that. If you want to see how to test downstream oxygen sensor, that's for the catalytic converter, we have those videos as well for any of you looking for them. So, guys, now that's how we guys, okay, replace oxygen sensor bank 1, sensor 1 for any of you trying to do that. If you want to see how to test it, guys, how to test oxygen sensors, we'll have videos on our YouTube channels that will teach you how to do that. Look for upstream oxygen sensor test or oxygen sensor bank 1, sensor 1 test. Okay, and we will show you all about that. But always try to clean them first. If it doesn't work, replace it, guys. And if you need to buy replacement parts, we'll share the information in the description of the video below. Thank you for watching. See you next time.